Back for the third event at the Shaw Classic here in Estes Park, Colorado. Bag over bar. Athletes starting out with two 50-pound bags. They'll go up in 5-pound increments. They're throwing it over a 15-foot bar there. First two competitors, Gabriel Pena, Mikhail Shivlikov.
So much technique on this event that to factor in and to practice. You need to make your pulls as long as possible and really release at the highest point as well. It's something I know that Misha's done a lot of. Gabriel's obviously having a little bit of a tough time there, but you know, he's a new guy to the sport. Well, you know, a newish guy to this level of competing, so you know, you can't expect him to be where the other guys are just yet.
Shivlikov getting a little bit of help from the crowd as he tries to get his last two bags. Both weigh 65 pounds or 29 kilograms. Gabriel Pena.
I know Misha is very good at this event, so it gives us a good benchmark of how the rest of the guys are going to do.
They got 75 seconds to get it done. Whistle blows. Neither one going to clear their their full rack of bags. Shivlikov limping away. We talked about a number of athletes carrying injuries into the competition and then sustaining them while they're here, and it looks like Shivlikov really having a tough time.
Competition like this is with the weights and the level of competition that we have here.
All right, so wow, Maxim Buro throwing it into the stratosphere here.
Yeah, again,
he is absolutely ripping these bags apart.
Flying for him. I know Maxim is really, really good at this event, so he's definitely making light work of these bags. Onto the heaviest bags now.
How about Buro?
Onto the last bag. Can he be the
last
first
bag?
One to complete?
He's got him. He nails it. Pritchett still working. All of Buro's bags are gone. Pritchett still got a closet full of luggage to get rid of.
Shows the character of Jerry, though, because he's still not giving up. He's still working hard, still trying to get as many over as he can right until the final whistle.
So much technique involved, Terry. What makes someone like Maxim Buro so good at an event like this?
I mean, he's extremely explosive, which obviously helps a lot, but he's just got it nailed where he gets a nice long pull, it swings right back through his legs, and he releases at the highest point possible. You notice Jerry there was releasing it almost where the bag was in front of his face, so just releasing too early.
Crowd behind Jerry Pritchett as he tries to get more bags over the bar. And he mentioned before he limped into this competition, and he's limping away from the bag over bar event. A good effort from Pritchett, but a smash by Maxim Buro, who is now way out in front as the leader. The first one to successfully put all his bags across the bar, and he did it in quick order.
Yeah, it's one of those tough events where once the power's gone, there's no, you know, you could rest for 2 minutes and you still wouldn't get it. So, yeah, it's definitely one of those events. Once that explosive power's burnt out, you're pretty much done.
So Buro, 28.25 seconds to throw his 8 bags, and he is way out in front right now. Kevin Ferris trying to get it done. Graham Hicks beside him. Good throw by Ferris. He's trying to catch Hicks.
Both of them just taking their time and being really methodical about what they do, making sure they don't miss any, or trying their best to. Kevin there just landing on top of the bar and not quite going over, but gets it on the second attempt.
I don't know what's worse, is Kevin Ferris trying to throw that bag over that 15-foot bar or trying to catch it when it came back down.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a natural reaction when you're competing to try and catch them. And yeah, it's probably not the most sensible thing to do, but obviously they're just trying to save some time.
Ferris running out of steam, so is Hicks.
I think this shows just how impressive Maxim's performance was on this event just then. Obviously, they're both exceptionally strong guys, and Maxim just blasted through that event like it was nothing.
Ferris and Hicks both got 4 bags over the top, and that's where they're going to end. Caron throwing it up near the ceiling fan.
Bish just messing up his release point there. He's just throwing it in front of him at the moment. He just needs to fully extend. There you go.
as if he's listening to his old training partner. Terry Holland knows the way over the bar. Caron going strong. Although no one looks right now like they can compete with the speed of Maxim Buro. Caron with 3 bags left.
Yeah, I mean, Bish is having a bit of a nightmare there. He's getting the height on each of the throws, but just not quite getting the trajectory right. JF doing a fantastic job. I'm sure he's going to have a good go at this last one. This is going to be big points for him if he gets this last one over.
And just frustration from Adam Bishop, and JF Caron going to take one more breath. Not necessarily about the time, but he'll be the second one to complete this event.
Great.
And he does.
Fantastic from JF there. Adam's probably already done about 10 throws, I think, so he'd definitely be burnt out by now.
And you wonder, I don't know if you've talked to Bish since the first event, that log press looked like he had an awkward kind of dismount off of the stage during one of his attempts. And
yeah, I mean, these guys really are being asked a lot this weekend, which is, you know, is a good thing. Good thing for the sport, and, you know, it's really going to test the guys. So not only are they obviously having to lift extremely heavy weights and perform really well, but they're also, you know, dealing with the altitude as well.
So Caron, the second finisher, it was Maxim Buro who lays down the gauntlet. The next two up, Gabriel Hrum and Ivars Smuxtelis.
I expect Ivars to complete these as well. He's definitely going to put in a good performance. He's exceptionally good at all these throwing events. Keg toss at World's Strongest Man, he did really well. And now obviously making light work of these bags as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's Ivars Smuxtelis. He's really trying to catch the work of Maxim Buro.
Don't think he looks like he's moving quick enough to beat Maxim, but moving really well nonetheless.
You know, it's amazing. JF Caron, established in this sport. It took him twice as long to complete his 8 bags as did Maxim Buro, who was absolutely on a tear. Smuxtelis still trying to get his last 2 bags over. He's got 6, needs to get 2 more. 75 seconds on the clock. 13 seconds left.
Ivars, I think, is just given up there. He's run out of energy now.
Yeah, when the tank is empty, it's tough to go. He'll have a good finishing qualifying time, but he won't get all 8 bags over the bar. And so far, it's still Buro and Caron with the only finishing time of all 8 bags. And next up, Big Z going against Bobby Thompson. So Thompson gets his bag first. Up and over the top. So as Arum gets 1 bag, Ivars got 6. As we see now, it's Thompson and Big Z.
Again, Bobby just missing the trajectory on that throw. Got the height, but just didn't quite get the angle right.
That one was better from Thompson.
Big Z there just bending his arms very slightly and releasing a little bit too early. Just not getting the full extension that you need.
Thompson found his second wind. 4 bags left, halfway through it. Savickas is struggling. Thompson seems to have found his tempo.
Bobby's not giving up with this one, is he? Great effort.
Thompson's done. He says no mas. Actually, he's going to go for it. 1 more.
Oh, just not quite enough. Brian really does leave no stone unturned when it comes to preparing himself for each and every event.
We'll talk more about this apparatus, but the guys at Vortman Steel, Red Iron, and Broomfield Steel are the ones who put this whole thing together. It was engineered, cut, and assembled here on the floor.
Wow.
And Shaw might start taking out some of the lights in this building. He is throwing them to the heavens.
I'm not sure he's moving quick enough to beat Maxim, but moving well nonetheless.
Well, and Shaw really needs to have one of those classic top 3 finishes in one of these events. Maxim, as we mentioned, laid down the gauntlet, but Shaw looks like he's in a rhythm right now.
Brian there had a little check a couple of bags ago just to make sure it had gone over the bar because he wasn't 100% sure. That would have slowed him down a little bit. It's on the last one.
And Shaw looking to finish things up. Only Caron has finished as well, and now Shaw does it as well. Does he have a finishing time in front of Caron? If so, it'll move him into second in this bag over bar as Janasha trying to use all the time on the clock. And he is cooked.
I mean, these guys are really putting in some efforts here on every event. So, you know, there's going to be some really beaten up bodies tomorrow, but all of them with the strength of mind that they have will just keep fighting till the very end.
Those guys pushing that 6'5" to 6'8" sort of landscape. Do you have an advantage being a taller guy, being closer to the top of that bar?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that the longer levers help as well. You can get a much longer pull where that's how you generate the speed. It's the length of the pull through the legs and above your head. So it definitely helps being slightly taller. But, you know, it doesn't mean that the shorter guys can't be good at it. They just have to practice a little bit harder.
Mitchell has come to play today. He is on fire. He's on a mission. His trajectory is starting to look a little low, though, and he's going to need a little bit more elevation.
He's definitely come to win the show, though. Just needs to get his angles right, and he's definitely got the power to get these over.
So Shaw just posted a 54.21. He'll be in second place, pending the results of this pairing of Singleton and Mitchell. Mitchell gets it over. He's got 2 more bags. 75 seconds on the clock when they start. Mitchell needs a little bit more elevation.
I always say with this sort of event, if you getting a bag over or a keg over on your third or fourth attempt with that bag, you know it's a technical issue, not a strength issue.
Mitchell looks like he's running out of gas here. Time's up. They both got close. Looks like they'll both finish with 6 bags over the top.
So Maxime just won the bag over bar carry. Only 3 athletes completed all 8. You were 25 seconds faster than the next closest. That was the guy whose name is on this tournament, Brian Shaw. What did you tell me after your throws?
I wanted redemption from Worlds because I just missed the height, so I wanted to prove today that I belong here too.
So how did you feel on that one? Because to me, we are seeing the endurance. We're at altitude, it is hot. How did you persevere through all 8 bags, Maxime?
They're lights.
For you! Yeah. No one else could get them up, though.
Yeah, I've been training with 80-pound sandbags for a few months now, and I've been playing with that weight, so from 50 to 65 is kind of easy.
Now, you've been having some shoulder injuries. You had a hand injury. How are you feeling right now? You look great in the bag over bar.
I just, my shoulder, I think using a log press. Yeah. My finger, we'll see how it holds for grip events, but I just keep pushing and let's see what happens.
And what is it like being here after this pandemic, having the crowd here cheering you on?
This is wild. It's fantastic. Like, the people are really loud in here. It feels really good to finally have a crowd. And Brian always do it. When you show look at this, man, the crowd is fucking full.
Well, and they're going to love this because the next event, you guys are going to squat, not a car, a Ford Bronco, an SUV. How ready are you for this?
Well, they look forward. Me, though. We'll see what happens.
Maxime, congratulations.
Thanks.
Continued good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, after 3 events, we've got the 3rd event, the results from the bag over bar. Of course, it was Boudreau, Maxim Buro from Canada, who really set the standard at this event. And then Brian Shaw sneaks ahead of JF Caron for 2nd place, and Caron in 3rd. Then Shivlyakov, Smoxtelis, Mitchell, Singleton, Thompson, Janasha, Pena, Hicks, Ferris, Bishop, Jerry Pritchett, Savickas, and Hroom will go in that order for the bag over bar, which leads us to the results as it stands after 3 events. Trey Mitchell still in front with 41.5 points. He leads Bobby Thompson, who's hanging on. A narrow lead with 36. Brian Shaw moves into 3rd with 35.5 points, 1 point ahead of JF Caron and Evan Singleton, who are tied with 34.5. The rest of the order is Konstantin Janasha, Ivars Smoxtelis, Maxim Buro, Zydrunas Savickas, Graham Hicks, Mikhail Shivlikov, Kevin Ferris, Adam Bishop, Gabriel Hume, Gabriel Pena, and Jerry Pritchett at the bottom with 5.5 points. Still lots of action left in this two-day event.